What about you?
All right. And so, you know, another hot topic that we seen was this unfortunate incident with this 6-year-old shooting the teacher. All right. So I,
Six.
so if you're not up to speed on this, I got a little quick, little something to give a little info on it. All right.
Tonight, shocking new details revealed after a 6-year-old shot his teacher in a Virginia school last week. The school superintendent revealing that a school administrator was told the child may have brought a gun to school that day.
At least one administrator was notified of a possible weapon in the timeline that we're reviewing, and was aware that student there was a potential that a weapon was on campus.
The superintendent also saying a school staffer searched the child's backpack but found nothing. Hours after the search, the first grade student shot his teacher, Abigail Zwerner, in the chest with a 9mm handgun. The 25-year-old hailed a hero for managing to get the rest of her class to safety.
I believe that Miss Zwerner, Abigail, that she saved lives on Friday.
Zwerner remains hospitalized in stable condition. Parents now demanding answers on how this could have happened. Maria Navarrete has 2 kids that attend Rich Neck Elementary. She says she doesn't feel comfortable sending them back to school until more is done to prevent this from happening again.
What in the world?
See? So little kid apparently had some beef with the teacher. And
did the kid really have beef, or is that the spin that we're?
I mean, so apparently it was an issue. Well, he shot the teacher.
He could have thought he was playing a video game.
Nah, but this. So apparently, the crazy sinister thing about this, the kid knew exactly what was going on, knew how to use the gun. Okay, brought the gun to school with the intention.
Hid the gun, right? Hid the gun.
Hid the gun. Had the gun with the intention on shooting their teacher.
Wow.
So it wasn't I'm really trying to understand this because there's a little bomb going off in my head, like 6, right?
Yeah. Like I can't imagine when I was 6. I couldn't pull any of that off. I didn't even think to do that.
Can sometimes pee on themselves while they're sleeping. You know what I mean? Like it's just like what's going on?
No.
So oh God, I got too many questions. Go ahead. Go ahead. Too many questions.
Go ahead, Roy. What you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, so it's still under investigation. Pearl, to your question, like they're still trying to figure out, like number one, when they searched the bag, they said nothing was in the bag, but obviously he had it somewhere, whether it was on his person or something, right? And I know from experience, like different schools and school districts, some of them follow a bag check. So some schools actually wand students, like truly wand them, and go through their bag as they come in. Okay. I mean that here, like in this little area. But then there are situations where they literally just do a quick, I call it the open up, you good.
Yeah. Like when you go to the club and they go.
And they're really not really like looking. And anything could really have been in there. So all this is still under investigation. They don't understand what's really going on. And I haven't heard if the parent.
That's what was my question.
Yeah, if the parent has been brought up yet.
How did we go straight to the? Unfortunately, we have children. That's they're your responsibility. Right. How? That's where I'm at. How? I'm just thinking about when my children were 6, the level of dependence that they had on me. That's why I'm like, I have so many questions as a parent. There's
a lot of questions here. I know. So in Virginia, is the law is that it's illegal to have have a loaded weapon, accessible to a kid under 14. Mm-hmm. But when I read it, it's a misdemeanor, and the max punishment is 1 year.
Meaning for the 6-year-old or in general?
No, for the parent who leaves a loaded weapon around for a child. So the
That's
penalty,
all?
yeah. So it's a misdemeanor and 1 year in prison. That's like the max. Like, and you could get, of course, less probation or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, different places got different laws with that.
So wouldn't that sort of, and I know this is obvious, but I'm just saying it, wouldn't that parallel the topic that we're talking now? Like,
Yeah,
isn't this about mom, dad? I mean, I don't know what the setup is at home, so I'm not going to assume anything. But is that not, this is like, I don't even have words. I always have words. I don't even have words because the level of comprehension for a 6-year-old, not to say that you have to be stupid and, at 6, but I'm saying the level of comprehension, no talking, no, like 6, shouldn't even be a latchkey kid. That's what I'm like, I don't understand how did we get here? Can we say that? How did we get here? Why do we not have a 6-year-old running home and go, Mommy, the teacher doesn't like me, versus, hey, Miss such and such, your son or daughter just shot his teacher in the chest because he's mad. The level of complexity right now is beyond me. So
it's really crazy, and this one is like, this is a failure of adults. Adults failed that kid.
Ooh,
all the way around, because there was a warning. So I work in school. You get a warning about a gun, and a kid, like, that's it. Somebody should be yanking that kid and pulling him out.
Absolutely, that's right.
So somebody's getting fired, and possibly
one person. I think it's multiple. I think multiple.
Yeah. There's a failure here, and somebody got to lose a job, and somebody's likely going to have to get locked up. That parent will have to do that year. And probably,
that's what I'm saying.
And I would give them whatever you would get for shooting it, for what the kid did.
Right.
Yeah, let's be 100. Being a teacher is not an easy task. Speaking to 2 teachers right now, right? But now the thought that even the 6-year-old could come at you, like the 16-year-old could come at you, is
scary
beyond me. Yes, it is beyond